Hello, welcome to Meanwhile in the Falklands, the exclusive podcast from FITV. Hannah, are you all right?
Yes, I am. I'm just trying to untangle myself from this mess.
So Hannah's here in her chair, and we'll tell you
Mastermind
about that later. And we've also got
Katharyn.
Excellent. So
yes.
I love audio because you can point and make gestures, and no one knows.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't it just
No
the
one
best?
knows. You're having problems.
I
with
am.
that,
My headphones are going off.
Yeah,
There
let's take
we
those
go.
headphones off. Anyway, hi, listener. Hope you're all well wherever you are in the world. We've got a listener in America, apparently.
God, that's good.
Oh no, hello.
Free
you say
holiday to
hi.
America,
You
please.
say
Yeah.
hi, don't you? In America, they say hi or howdy, don't they?
Howdy.
I don't know. Is
Howdy.
that
Is that how they
Is that down like Texas way?
I don't
Howdy,
know.
guys.
I love American accents. I really do. I like the Southern accent very much.
I remember when...
See, I'm a Matthew McConaughey fan, so anything with the Texan drawl, I'm like,
No, in high school once I did a play and I had to put on an American accent and I thought my accent was terrible and some guy came up to me after and was like, oh, I'm American, I loved your accent. And I was like, wait, were you sure you were listening to me?
you have to give us a sample now. Come on, you've said it, listener is hardly waiting.
What was the play?
It was, I can't even remember now, it was just a short little thing that had been written especially for, we do an apple fest at my school, so it was all about apples and things like that. But
Nice.
yeah. I could only do the American accent on the lines that I'd practiced.
Go on, give us a little
remember
bit.
any
Come
lines.
on.
Oh God, I
Let's
can't
put
think.
her on the spot now. It's live recorded. Anyway,
Oh my God.
I once listened to a radio program on probably Radio 4, and it was about a lady who was studying American accents, and she said you can see where they came from. So, like for instance, Los Angeles, who has a lot of Spanish influence. She did she did an accent of somebody speaking English with a Spanish accent, and then slowly went into sort of like a Los Angeles drawl kind of thing. And similarly, Italians into New York and things like that.
That's interesting,
It was
yeah.
really fascinating. Good luck finding that on the internet. Yes, so Hannah's got a new chair. Do you remember last week, listener, when I threatened to go down to the office that's at the end of our corridor and nick their chair? Mm-hmm. You've got a new chair.
I have. I'm very excited, actually. This was probably the highlight of my week so far. But I managed to wangle this lovely big mastermind chair for £50. Bargain.
Excellent.
Absolute bargain. They didn't want it. Apparently it was too uncomfortable. It feels like an armchair to me, but...
Yeah, and then we had to put it in the back of the car.
I know, that was interesting.
Do you know what? I was sitting in here editing, and I heard this kerfuffle outside. I thought, somebody's obviously delivering something. And it was you guys with this chair.
And it was so
Just
windy
getting
as
this
well,
chair
wasn't
out
it?
the car.
Oh,
I
gosh.
had to sit on it to stop it blowing away when I went to park the car.
Best buy, I think, though, best buy for the month,
Very
definitely.
comfortable. You can't put a price on not having backache.
No,
I'll tell you that now.
exactly.
And you've visited the lovely Falklands Farmers, which
I
is
did.
probably, I'm sorry, it's probably the best shop in Stanley. We love it because you can buy everything from chicken feed to shoes to paint,
Knitting
toys,
bits and all sorts.
Knitting bits. So what did you get?
Yeah, so right after the last podcast, went down. We're talking about wool, so I got some nice chunky wool, some nice chunky needles, and I was meant to be knitting a snood, but I couldn't quite do the pattern of the snood. I kept attempting it and kept having to restart so many times, so I just gave up and just knitted sort of a square, and it was too short to be a scarf, so I tied it together. So I made my
It
own
looks like a
snood.
snood, though.
Yeah,
really
I tied it
nice,
together. It's
yeah.
not the right
Freestyle
pattern,
knitting.
but yeah. So I was knitting that, and then Ollie was saying, oh, I want one now. So I had to go back and get more wool before they sold out of it. So knitting Ollie a scarf at the moment.
You should charge commission, that's what you need to
Yeah.
do. New business
Yeah,
venture.
this is my new thing. I'm going to just knit these.
So during that, listener, both myself and Hannah have kicked off
Oh,
our
shoot.
shoes
Oh, yeah.
and put our feet up.
That's what you have to do, though, when you're podcasting, to get in the ultimate zone.
In the zone.
Is shoes off,
Yeah.
comfy chair, sorted.
So it's been a strange old week this week. I think we say that every week, actually. It's a strange old week. Monday, the most weirdest bank holiday ever, is Peat Cutting Monday. Did you have any idea about this?
I did not know until I got here, and then they said, right, okay, you've been in work a few days, and we get a bank holiday.
I'd never heard of a peat cutting Monday, to
No,
be
I
honest.
never heard of it.
First Monday in October, Peat Cutting Monday, traditionally where people cut peat to use. How many people have got peat stoves
I don't
now?
think many people do
I
nowadays.
think
I
the
know
middle-
Colin and Eileen do.
They
They
do.
still do it.
The Middletons have only just got rid of theirs.
Yeah. But I know a lot of people out in camp still have peat
Yeah.
burning stoves. And I love the smell of them, to be honest.
Yeah,
I quite like them. And they heat up a room quite
they do.
well, I think.
So basically, you cut the peat, which is a big cube of stuff that looks wet and soggy, and then they sort of flick it onto. If you watch this week's programme, you can see Tom Stockton doing it. Flick it onto the side. You leave it to dry. Then you, what's it called? Rackling?
Wrinkling?
Yeah, it's where you have to turn it all over. So like in a month's time, you have to go back and turn.
Oh,
them
so
all
it
over.
keeps drying evenly on all sides, I think.
And basically, it dries. It becomes like a log, like rock hard, and then that's what you put in your fire to burn.
It's good. I like them because they used to do peat burning stoves in Ireland. I'm just going to say that because I remember as a child, my family took me to Ireland. We did like a country away on a farm or whatever, and they had a peat burning stove, and you kept putting this thing in. But the problem was it would attract all these daddy long legs into the room, so you'd have a really nice warm room, but then it'd be full of like insects and stuff. It'd be like,
We had a peat stove in our house before we had the fire, which had nothing to do with the peat stove. And one day Hazel rang me because she was at home. And she rang me, she said, there's something in the peat stove. And a bird had fallen down the chimney and was trapped in the peat stove. So I thought I'd be terribly brave and get it, because it's only a little bird. And I've seen people, pick them up and scoop them up and stuff. But it didn't. It flew off. It went into her bedroom. And I had to get Gary to come from standing services to come and get it. But yes, that was our peak. Yeah, but it's interesting. Piece. So that's on week 502. So it's this week's programme. You'll see that. It's not at all because we had not enough stuff for this programme.
Obviously, that's not at all.
No, not at all.
Well, we're throwing back to that. But...
yes. So Katharyn scarf, peat cutting, new chair, Excel spreadsheet. What was all that about?
Oh, you and the spreadsheet and how your technology skills are.
But why was that? Why did I need to tell the listener about that?
I don't really know, because I had that nice way of making invoices and doing all the things, all technologically advanced, and Mrs. Foames went and
Hannah was away for 6 weeks, and I don't do Excel. I used to do Lotus 123, and anybody listening is going to chuckle at that. Lotus 123 was a cool program.
It's funny though, because I was saying to Katharyn, the moment we stepped in the office, I was like, I don't know where anything is anymore, because I had it all nicely organised. I knew where things were. I came back and it's like bombs hit it.
Yeah, she was trying to find things to show me. She's like, I don't know where this is.
Your desk was a mess.
Yep, I was not best pleased listener, as you can imagine.
Hannah's got a box. I don't know whether you know. Hannah's got a box in her drawer. It's a secret box that no one knows about. Don't tell anyone, listener. And things like the windjammers that we put on lapel mics, they're really expensive. They're like 10 quid each.
It's my secret stash of things that everyone seems to break all the time, that I don't like to say that we've got lots of new bits of them, because I'm like, well, if we have them all at once, we ration them out.
We ration them out.
Because if they all go out at once, they all get lost at once.
Because we've got no money. Yeah. But listen, Apple people, if you're, Apple executives and people who've got, give away free stuff, if you're not going to give us all free Apple phones, because obviously that's a little bit too much money, how about you send us a load of those little adapter things that do the lightning to 3.5mm jack adapters? That would be really useful.
Yeah, they are really useful.
I'm really scared that I'm going to lose mine, because they used to come with the new phone, but they've stopped doing them now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you don't get those in the box with a new phone. You have to buy them now. And I don't want to lose mine because they're so expensive.
Everyone's got AirPods Pro, so you don't need wires.
No, I don't.
How long does the charge last on them?
Actually, quite a long time, surprisingly.
Really?
I rinse them though. I'm bad because I'll have them in and I'll just blast them.
I see. When you said rinse them, I was thinking, what are you doing? Put them on the water?
No.
But just give them a little wash.
But this brings me back to a story that the listener probably doesn't want to hear about. But do you remember when I last went to the UK and I bought those lovely, lovely noise-cancelling headphones that I was raving about?
Oh, yes.
Raving.
That you tapped and then...
Yeah, noise-cancelling, great. And I was like, oh, this is fab for the office for when people come in. I don't want to listen to them. Nope. No Bluetooth on our computers.
Oh, no.
And the wire for them is too short to actually sit and edit with.
Oh, that's
And
painful.
I'm so disappointed, because I assumed that we'd be technologically advanced with our PCs. But so if anyone wants to donate us some nice new editing PCs, we would be very happy. Or just
headphones, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, headphones. That's a good shout.
So yes, that's really everything I've written on the board. I'm not going to talk about carrot pens. We'll leave that for another time. But that's all that was on the board, really. We've got quite a busy day for Friday. We don't normally...
I know, I'm a bit disappointed at that.
...put anything on a Friday, do we? So we can all go home.
But yes, we do have things.
But there's a breakfast meeting at the Chamber of Commerce which will be good because they'll have tea and coffee. And
Oh,
they should
free
have,
breakfast.
yeah, they
Oh,
should have
yeah.
some muffins and stuff like that we can eat. Ollie's going to North and South Island. I've no idea what that's about.
No, nor do I, but that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, so good luck with that. What is that? FIDC. Oh, you're doing interviews on a Friday afternoon. What's that all about?
Yeah, my first interview that I've arranged.
Phone
Oh,
them up and
okay.
rearrange it for next week.
Yeah, don't do it on a
Yeah.
Friday afternoon, 3:00. You just want to be.
Yeah,
down the
I
beach.
actually would phone them up and
Oh,
rearrange
okay.
it.
Maybe I won't be doing my first interview on Friday.
And here, don't tell Gordon though, because
Just
will
say,
listening to it.
sorry, Gordon, if you are
It's a
listening, but just
Friday.
say something's come up and
But anyway, we've discovered that Katharyn knows shorthand.
Yes.
she's going to be a teacher.
Learned that one at uni. So
Excellent. So we've been trying very hard to learn shorthand in the office.
Have we been trying?
Well, I
very
have.
hard?
I've got a little exercise book with things in I've written. And
How long ago did you write in the exercise?
well, actually, funny enough, because of the rehearsals, we're doing Witness for the Prosecution with the drama group, and I'm on stage for a long period of time and not doing anything. So I'm the clerk of the court.
You're going to be doing your
It's sat doing
shorthand.
the
So I'm
shorthand.
going to do my
That's-
shorthand.
that's a
class.
Good
good
idea.
way to
And then miss your
practice.
one line of the.
I missed my one
Yeah.
line. Members of the jury. Oh, it's me. Yes, I've got a big rehearsal tonight from 7:00 until about 10:30.
oh my
Gosh.
goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do things like that during the week. I'm pooped.
Yeah,
I can
wouldn't
do
be able
going
to.
out to eat and I can do like a walk on the beach, but that's about it.
Yeah.
After work, I just want to.
It's actually quite
Well-
nice because I've got a jumper that I'm doing, talking about knitting. I've got a jumper I'm doing, so just sit there and do that.
Yeah.
And while I'm waiting to go on stage. Unfortunately, I can't sit there. If I could sit there on stage and knit, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah, but can you imagine though, as a jury member, someone sitting in the jury knitting a.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened in court before.
I like doing. I don't like doing one thing if I can do two things.
Multitasking. You're
Yeah.
a multitasker.
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't multitask.
Mental Health Day on World Mental Health Day on the 10th of October. We did touch on this last week, didn't we? There's nothing. Although I'm sure somebody put something in about World Mental Health Day. I must ring up the hospital because they did. Besides World Mental Health, they did this something. The memory walk, didn't they, for Alzheimer's?
That was a while ago,
That was
wasn't
a
it?
while
Yeah, I
ago.
don't know why they
So I
didn't do
must-
that.
Must get in touch with Laura and see if she's up for doing that one again. But we've had a fantastic wheeze to do. So you look at me.
I was like, a
We're
wheeze.
just
wheeze
both looking
idea,
at Paula like,
right?
what's
Yeah.
going on
Brilliant
here?
It's because I was brought up reading the Beano. Brilliant wheeze, right? We're going to have a Learn a Craft Day at the town hall.
Craftathon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we
how-
steal that?
I don't know if they can steal that.
I don't
'cause,
know.
Yeah, the craft people had that, but we could do Learn a Craft Day.
Which I think is quite a good idea
Yeah,
because then
yeah, I
everyone
think
can
it's
have
a
a
good
little
idea.
dabble in different bits and see what
Yeah.
they enjoy to do.
Yeah, I think that'd be grand. So stay tuned. Well, not stay tuned, but listen out for that, listener, because hopefully we will get on with that soon and have it organised and get people like Wendy Reynolds does the most beautiful quilting.
Yeah.
You've got Myra who does the pyro whatever where you burn it into wood.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
she
quite
does all
cool.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heather who does. These are the crafty old travellers that go west.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which they haven't been this year. Hopefully we'll get Richard on board, do a bit of watercolour.
Do you know what I want to learn how to do, which probably sounds very lame, but tie-dye. I know it's probably a very basic, easy
Oh.
thing to do,
I think a lot of
but
people.
I have no idea how you do it.
It became quite popular in lockdown and things on social
Yeah.
media. Everyone got really bored and was doing all these tie-dye,
Yeah.
tie-dyeing everything.
Because I know you do it with
I've never
elastic
done it,
bands, don't you,
yeah.
and knots and things, and
Yeah, you just tie knots
Yeah.
or just whiz
pour
elastic
dye all
bands.
over it.
Yeah,
I'll have to have a
but you've
go.
got to make sure that the fabric that you're using is mostly natural fibres like
Yeah.
cotton,
yeah.
because then it'll take the dye better. But you do
Yeah.
it with cold water dyes, it's easy.
I'm gonna
And I
have a
think
go.
with cold water dyes, all you need to do is buy some. You've got to buy caustic soda and some salt or something to help it. So once
Yeah.
the and I can't remember what it is. Is it called the mordant, where you've got one chemical that helps bring the dye into the fabric, and one chemical that stops it leaking out of the fabric. I wonder
Won't
if
know
it's
it,
salt.
but I'd like to have a go. That's
Yeah.
one thing. I never got to do it when I was a child. I feel like I
Yeah.
missed out a bit.
Yeah, no, I've never done it. I think at
Yeah.
primary school, a lot of people they taught how to tie dye, but I think
Yeah.
I missed that day.
Yeah.
I know, I've never done any tie dye.
Oh, I did a sitting guilds years and years ago, and you had to do dyeing as part of that and cold water dyeing. And I had these, so I got the toy boxes that the girls had and used those to dye stuff in. It had a vat of dye in it. Luckily, I did it in the kitchen on our old stone floor because it had a crack in it, and the dye just went all over the place. But I know you can dye with things like what's the powders? Talking about Americans, Americans have like a powdered drink. And it's called Kool-Aid.
No, you cannot dye with
Kool-Aid.
You can buy Kool-Aid in one of the special corner shops here. Can you actually dye with Kool-Aid?
You can dye with
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Right, I'm going to go and buy it and we're going to have a go at this.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
I think you might need salt.
They're only 50p a sachet.
Yeah, but I think you need the salt to either bring it into the fabric or...
Does it not smell funny though?
I don't know. Let's try it.
Right, that's what I'm going to do. That's my weekend plan.
Excellent. Kool-Aid is what you're going to do. You're doing that with. So that's marvellous. Royal British Legion quiz on Friday. I hope you're coming to that. Or you're not, you've got something on.
We're not invited. We can't come. We're not friends of a member.
Oh, we need £17. You can become a member of the Royal British Legion.
Can anyone become a member?
Anyone can become
I thought it was
no, you had to have to
exclusive.
No, that's fine. So, looking at next week then, you're going dog walking.
Yes.
What's all that about?
So, Tom, with his dogs, he's walking dogs for people in quarantine. So we're gonna go and do some dog walking with him.
He's called Rough Runners.
Yeah, Rough Runners. Yeah. So gonna go meet some dogs, which I'm so excited about.
But it's rough with a double F. Rough.
Yeah.
Rough Runners.
Yeah. He's got a dog called Paddy who's absolutely gorgeous and so well. He's taught him sign language.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
the dog responds to sign language. It's brilliant.
Oh,
that's
so
pretty cool.
That's a cool thing. Yeah.
So having a look, you're meeting one of the vets next week. Because is that something you got from the Wool Press?
Yes, yeah, the Wool Press.
So
I need to give him a ring.
publication down here called the Wool Press that's produced by the Agricultural Department, and you've picked up a couple of stories from there, haven't you? So that's going to be fun. Steve's lovely. I'm having my hair done on.
You've got a week of social.
Yeah.
Physio and hair done.
Yeah. And then next weekend I think is going to be the big one because we've got the Conservation Tidy Up Day. And there's some shocking... You know, I went earlier on in the week, I went to take some photographs of the minefield because it's in November, all the minefields will be cleared, so there will be no more minefield signs up. So I went to have take some photographs of a minefield sign. And they're just the rubbish. I don't know what people think when they have a bag of sweets and just drop it. I know sometimes because it's very windy,
blows
in the car door, it'll blow, and that that's fair enough. But there was a polystyrene takeout container. There was a bag of sweets that had gone there. It was just it's like blimmin' heck.
You'll be tidying up, won't you? Doing tidy up day.
Yes, I'm doing tidy up day with Ollie and you.
And we're fishing.
We're going to a fishing competition.
I need to get in touch with Emma actually about that. That'd be good.
Yeah. Have you got your own kit? Because you're quite a fisher person.
I've got my own.
Oh, are you? You're into fishing and stuff?
Real.
Oh.
So
So
we
for
can
the
have
benefit of the tape,
wow.
Hannah mimed casting. Yeah.
I hope we catch something.
The little
That would
sound
be good.
effects. I've never.
Well, you
I've
have to
never
actually
fished
compete in
before.
it. We'll get you to compete and it'll be funny.
Oh, nice, yeah. I've never fished before, so I'll probably end up catching a tree when I throw the
there's no
rod
trees.
back. Oh, that's
no
all right.
trees.
Oh, that's all right. I'll be fine.
There's no trees.
As you can tell, Katharyn hasn't been here long.
Yeah,
enough.
There's not enough to notice all no trees. But the last time we did it, did they do it 2 years ago? Because Katie was here, wasn't she?
I'm not going to relive this story.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What happened?
Because it was you know what happened. Paula's laughing.
I don't know what
This
happened.
is the first time that I got
I
told
want to
off
know
by
what
Mrs. Foames and I was terrified. Because we were supposed to go together and someone had been out late the night before, not naming names, and didn't go. And Katie got lost. Do you remember?
Yes, she got lost.
And then next day Paula was like, I thought you guys went to the fishing competition. And I was like, oh, sheepishly. But I will say this, I used to drive Katie everywhere. Whenever we went out to camp and things, it was always me who was designated driver. Because she was a little bit of a slightly nervous driver. But yeah, no. It was good, I'm guessing. She looked like she had fun.
She looked like she had fun.
Please don't leave me to get lost at this
I'm just
fishing
going to leave you
competition.
there. No, it'll be good.
It'll be fine. Yes, it will be fine. Anyway, I think that sort of brings us to the end of how long have we been
We've
talking
witted
for?
on long enough. Yep, 19 minutes. That's
Excellent.
what I like to see.
That's what we like. Hello to everybody who's listening to this podcast. If you write in or let us know on social media, we'll say hello to you. So I think, no sport for you this week, Stephen, unfortunately. He's one of our listeners who likes sport. Ben, who came a few years ago, I think now, to visit the Falklands, we say hello to him. He listens regularly. Emily, who was an old teacher who was down here, she's in Norfolk. Something begin with N.
Nice.
In the UK. And who else is it?
I find it very
Scott
good
with
that
his,
you remember all of our listeners.
Scott with his dog walking. Graham, he listens as well.
My mum. Hi, mum.
Oh yeah, my
Hi.
parents.
Always got it. Always got to go in, mum.
Oh. We're using your carrot pens.
Yeah, Mrs. Newton, your carrot pens went down well.
Yeah. I just went into the office actually. What's your mum called?
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah.
Alex, I went into the main office at Stanley Services to write something in the book for the invoices because I don't do it on spreadsheets. And Joe said, "Oh, you've got really smart writing." I said, "Yes, because I'm using a really nice pen, and it's the carrot pen."
It's the Easter. It came in the Easter care parcel Mum sent.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
You wait until Halloween comes around. You'll understand. She sends boxes full of all sorts of
We
stuff.
love it. Everyone, send us things. We love it. We love it. Anyway, if you want to know what we're talking about, then subscribe online at fitv.co.fk, and it's week number 502, and you'll see everything we're talking about. Peat Cutting Monday. There's a really nice history piece on the Bodie Creek Bridge. There's a lot of political things.
A lot of COVID-19 things, but it's interesting.
Yeah. And you can engage with us on social media. Instagram, we don't do an awful lot on Instagram, but...
Fits and spurts we
Fits
have with
and spurts.
Instagram.
Let me have the Instagram.
Yeah,
log on.
there we go, you can take that. There we go, you
You
said
can
it
have
now.
the Instagram, that's it. I do Twitter sometimes.
Ooh, Pinocchio!
And
What was our last tweet, listener? Write in and tell us when we last tweeted.
I retweeted something that was really
Retweets don't
important,
count.
and I can't remember what it was.
Retweets
But anyway,
don't count.
Ollie does most of our Facebook, I think, probably. So, yeah, just engage with us on social media, folks, and we'll say hello to you. I think that's probably it.
Bye.
Bye.